Rolex stands as a titan in the world of luxury watchmaking, its name synonymous with prestige, precision, and success. For over a century, the brand has cultivated a reputation that resonates with seasoned collectors, casual enthusiasts, and those simply familiar with luxury branding. The mere mention of Rolex evokes images of impeccably crafted timepieces, worn by icons and aspirants alike. Yet, beneath the polished veneer of marketing campaigns, collector fervor, and dealer exclusivity lies a more complex story. This article seeks to explore the lesser-known facets of Rolex, peeling back layers of myth and mystique to offer a transparent, informed perspective on what it truly means to own or aspire to own a Rolex. Far from diminishing the brand's allure, this exploration aims to provide clarity on its operations, production, and ownership experience, empowering readers to make informed decisions in the world of luxury timepieces. One of the most enduring myths surrounding Rolex is the belief that it operates as a non-profit organization. This misconception often circulates in collector circles and online forums, largely tied to the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation, which owns Rolex SA. Established by Rolex's founder, Hans Wilsdorf, the foundation indeed engages in charitable endeavors, including funding infrastructure and educational initiatives in Switzerland. However, this charitable ownership structure should not be conflated with Rolex's commercial operations. Rolex SA, the entity responsible for designing, manufacturing, and selling timepieces, functions as a for-profit business. Like any major manufacturer, its objectives include producing high-quality watches, managing brand perception, and generating revenue. The Hans Wilsdorf Foundation may allocate profits toward philanthropy, but Rolex itself operates with the same commercial imperatives as its competitors. This distinction is crucial for understanding the brand's motivations. While its ownership structure sets it apart from other luxury brands, Rolex's day-to-day operations are driven by market demand, production efficiency, and strategic brand management. The non-profit narrative, while appealing, oversimplifies the reality of a global business that thrives on profitability and brand equity. Another common misconception about Rolex is the romanticized notion that its watches are meticulously handcrafted by artisans in quaint alpine workshops. This image, while evocative, is far from accurate. Rolex's production process is a sophisticated blend of automation and human expertise, reflecting the realities of modern industrial manufacturing. Rolex relies heavily on cutting-edge technology, including CNC machines, automated assembly arms, and advanced metallurgy, to produce its timepieces. These tools ensure precision, consistency, and scalability, allowing Rolex to manufacture an estimated 1.3 million watches annually, a figure that surpasses the production of many luxury car brands, such as Lexus, which produced around 850,000 vehicles in 2024. Human involvement remains critical, particularly in final assembly, quality control, and movement regulation, but the bulk of the production process is machine-driven. This industrial approach does not detract from the quality of Rolex watches. Rather, it underpins their reliability. Rolex's ability to maintain tight tolerances and a low defect rate across its vast output is a testament to the synergy between man and machine. However, for enthusiasts who value artisanal craftsmanship, such as intricate hand finishing or bespoke detailing, independent watchmakers or smaller brands may hold greater appeal. These artisans often prioritize traditional techniques over mass production, catering to collectors who seek a more personalized horological experience. Rolex's reputation for exclusivity is one of its defining traits, yet the reality of its production volume challenges this perception. With an annual output of over 1 million watches, Rolex is far from a boutique manufacturer. To put this in perspective, the brand produces more watches than many luxury automakers produce cars. So, how does Rolex maintain its aura of rarity? The answer lies in its tightly controlled distribution strategy. Rolex deliberately allocates limited quantities of its most sought-after models, such as the Daytona, GMT Master II, and Submariner, to authorized dealers. This creates artificial scarcity, resulting in waitlists that can extend for months or even years. While the watches themselves are not rare in terms of production numbers, their limited availability at retail fuels demand and perpetuates the perception of exclusivity. This strategic scarcity has a dual effect. It enhances the brand's desirability while frustrating potential buyers. The waitlist phenomenon, discussed later in this article, underscores the challenges of acquiring certain models through official channels. For now, it's worth noting that Rolex's exclusivity is less about production limitations and more about masterful market manipulation, a strategy that keeps the brand at the forefront of luxury watchmaking. Rolex is often hailed as the pinnacle of luxury watches, but does it truly represent the zenith of horological craftsmanship? While the brand excels in consistency, durability, and global recognition, it may not always lead in innovation or artisanal artistry. Rolex's strength lies in its robust engineering and timeless designs, which prioritize functionality and reliability over elaborate complications or decorative flourishes. Competitors like Omega offer comparable quality at lower price points, with METAS certified movements and advanced materials like ceramic bezels. Independent watchmakers, such as those producing limited edition pieces with handcrafted components or artistic dials, often provide greater exclusivity and horological innovation. Within Rolex's own lineup, movement decoration is typically restrained, and only recently have models like the Deep Sea Challenge with its transparent caseback revealed the intricacies of Rolex's mechanical artistry. For collectors seeking cutting-edge complications or visually captivating movements, other brands may better align with their preferences. Rolex's appeal lies in its ability to deliver dependable, iconic tool watches that resonate across generations, but it may not satisfy those who prioritize avant-garde horology or bespoke craftsmanship. Perhaps the most exasperating aspect of buying a Rolex is the waitlist phenomenon. High-demand models are notoriously difficult to obtain through authorized dealers, with wait times stretching indefinitely for some references. The lack of a standardized, transparent system across Rolex's global network of boutiques exacerbates the issue. Some dealers operate on a first-come, first-served basis, while others prioritize loyal clients or those willing to purchase additional items, such as jewelry or less desirable models. Reports of unethical practices, such as requiring customers to buy unrelated products to secure a coveted Rolex, have raised concerns about fairness and transparency. While large chain retailers with high-volume operations tend to offer a more consistent experience, inconsistencies persist across the brand's global network. Frustrated by these challenges, many buyers turn to the secondary market, where premiums are often significant and authentication risks loom large. This unpredictability underscores the need for greater transparency in Rolex's retail practices. A centralized waitlist system or clearer allocation criteria could alleviate consumer frustration, but such changes seem unlikely, given Rolex's reliance on scarcity to drive demand. Owning a Rolex extends beyond the initial purchase. Long-term enjoyment depends on service and maintenance. Rolex offers factory servicing through its global network of service centers, but the experience can be polarizing, particularly for vintage collectors. In some cases, vintage timepieces returned from service have had original dials, bezels, or other components replaced, significantly reducing their collector value. For example, a vintage Rolex Explorer II with a rare cream dial could lose its historical significance if the dial is swapped during routine servicing. Rolex's service philosophy prioritizes restoring watches to like-new condition, which may conflict with the desires of collectors who value originality over aesthetics. While recent anecdotal reports suggest Rolex is becoming more receptive to preserving vintage components upon request, the decision to replace parts often rests with the service center, leaving owners with limited control. For those seeking to maintain the authenticity of their watches, independent watchmakers or specialized service centers may offer a more tailored approach, particularly for vintage models or those outside warranty coverage. This flexibility can be crucial for preserving the historical and monetary value of a timepiece. Rolex's global reputation is a testament to over a century of precision, durability, and marketing prowess. However, understanding the brand requires looking beyond its polished image to the realities of its production, distribution, and ownership experience. The myths surrounding Rolex, its non-profit status, artisanal craftsmanship, and rarity, are rooted in a mix of admiration and misconception. By clarifying these aspects, we gain a fuller appreciation of what Rolex is and is not. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Rolex, don't forget to like this article, subscribe for more luxury watch insights, and share your thoughts in the comments.